Party people in the place to be, live from 58 Dream Street. We're James with Games. Happy Saturday, folks. Cedric in the house for a very exciting, a sure to be gratifying edition, a session of our Dark Sun Shattered Lands playthrough. Because the very first thing we're doing today is we're going one screen to the north of Gedron and we're slaughtering the elven slavers. Because slavery is wrong. It's a thing that I believe. And when we first discovered the elven slavers who have the warriors of Gedron captured, the warriors of Gedron were like, maybe don't do anything right now since a wizard has control of our village and we don't want to get slaughtered. We don't want our families to be slaughtered in vengeance because you messed with Wyrmius's plans. And I respected that, so we held off. But last thing we did last time, it's not murder when it's a slaver. It's liberation. I think one of the most stirring songs ever written, which I borrowed a line from for today's episode title, is the Battle Hymn of the Republic. I am not an American and I am not a devout Christian, but man, I find that song. I understand. I know that probably it's what the young people would call cringe, or what I would call cringeworthy, for a random white Canadian guy to have really hates chattel slavery as like a deep held like passion in my heart. It's kind of silly, but that is how I feel. It's how I felt since I was in the 4th grade, and they taught us that racism existed and about the horrors of the past. I've been pissed off ever since. So this will be gratifying. Mine eyes have seen the glory. Here we go. Honestly, that in an American context, that very well might be the case. Hello, Juffawut. Well, listen, I'm not afraid to say it. Slavery's bad. I'm willing to stake out all kinds of controversial political positions. I don't think that Nazis are good people. I don't think they deserve free speech. I'm opposed to bigotry. Of all kinds. All right. So here we go. So I'm going to try, I would like to, if possible, do this in the coolest way I can manage. So I'm going to turn my own ears down a bit, have them cranked up, playing Frosthaven with Greg and Greg alone last night. Okay. And so, here we go. We're in Gedron right now. I get I can't prove this. I don't even know who composed all these loops. But I get the feeling they're a drummer by trade. Or a hip-hop producer or something. Like, there's something where they love percussion. If you listen closely to any of the starting soon songs that I use, which are all composed by a young man, Aaron Hodges-Boyle, whose Bandcamp you can access from a link in my About section, and you can listen to his music for free, but you could also pay him for it, and you might as well pay cool young people for making music available to you, if you can. If you listen to Aaron's music, and if you listen to it carefully, like with some headphones on and stuff, you probably wouldn't be surprised to then learn that he's a bassist by trade. Because, man, some of those songs, like, even when the bass isn't necessarily like the most prominent instrument, like, if you listen to those bass lines, like, oh, good bass lines. I'm also a bassist by training, although I haven't played the bass in like a decade in any meaningful way. Okay, so let's take a look. Everyone's okay because we just rested. Full spell slots, all that good stuff. I've got arrows, which is important because I'm no good at anything else. The only two things that the James character is good for, well, three things. He's got high charisma, so that's good for interactions with NPCs. He's got... Oh, am I still just using a regular longsword? Have we found additional magic swords that I've just not used? Even just this bone hornblade, if I can equip it. But then this is an obsidian bloodwrath. I think the bow and hornblade looks cooler, and they seem to have the same stats. So if I can equip this, which I can, I shall. All right, here, Susan, hold on to this for me. But generally, the James character is useful for NPC interactions, I think. I assume charisma is helping there. I don't know. One specific psionic ability, the Ego Whip, which really has been paying off dividends for us. And then his archery. And probably other thief stuff, now that I think about it. But for generally the killing of the enemies, that's what the rest of the team is here for. Young Finnan. Yeah, very. These portraits are like good but kind of silly. This one's cool. Looks nothing like the sprite. Okay. Well, we need merely march a single screen to the north. And like I said, I want to try to do this in like a cool, badass way. And if that doesn't work, then I'll try to do it in a smart and thoughtful way. Strategy. Yeah, he's Finnan very much has 80s metal hair. For sure. Look at that. Like, what's his name? Mike Reno from Loverboy. Or, some more popular American hair metal band. Where am I? I was going to the wrong northern reach here. Okay. This is it. So I've been playing Fist of the North Star fitness boxing. And I'm also 39 years old. I have a good metabolism and a decent base of fitness, even if I let myself get pretty out of shape this past year. It's very, very carefully styled, is definitely how it looks. So every day now, every time as I'm playing the game, they introduce new maneuvers. And while it was all new punches, I was just learning new things and being careful because you got to twist your hips, throw a hook or really throw anything but a jab properly. Very cognizant of not wanting to blow up my body at the start of my fitness journey. But then this week they started adding in defensive maneuvers, which so far are different types of ducks. And those are just introducing all new, I had to take 2 days off after ducking because my legs were just 100% lactic acid, 0% blood. And then yesterday I got back to it and they added left and right ducks, which have a little twist to them. And my legs survived that, so I'm adapting quickly. But now I'm super stiff in my back, right where basically probably using my back more than I should to arrest myself on the twist ducks. But I think I'll take today off, but hopefully not tomorrow. Hopefully this is not another 2-day disabling experience. Okay, here I go. Hopefully I hope they're not just hostile to me now because they know that I've killed the dude who's going to pay them. Because what I would really love to do here. Yeah, looks like they're not hostile to me. So let's take stock. Too far away. Well, this guy can't be too far away. Yes. I was hoping that the guards for Arendt, the elven slaver, who is, like, besides being a slaver, also a pretty bad guy, killed his own dude to like make an example to his people. He does not have a lot of dudes, and they're all level 3. That doesn't mean this couldn't go wrong quickly if they have bows and arrows. None. Oh, you again. I bet you want me to scorch it out, right? Yeah. Take me to your leader, buddy. Come on, I'll take you to Arendt. Yeah, I'm coming. Awesome. Thanks, bud. Okay. So Arendt is level 8. So maybe we aren't going to successfully one-shot him here. But we'll see. Talk to him for a moment. Are you ready to pay for the prisoners? I don't know, because it's a little steep. Too steep? What would you offer me then? You know what? Forget it. He says, fine. But if you want these gladiators as much as I think you do, I know you'll be back. And he's right about that. Let's go to the cast spell menu. Sir Waffle, who has the level 3 mage spell Flame Arrow. 1 to 6 points of damage, plus an additional 4 to 24 points of damage. Now let's just shoot him in the face. And then it's on. If this doesn't work, like I said, I'll come back tactically. It will not be hard with sensible tactics, but I want to try the move that obviously like is cool, but also kind of shitty. You know, Christoph Waltz's character in Django Unchained, when he shoots Leonardo DiCaprio with no like escape plan or anything. And zap! It's on. Okay. Oh, good. Great. Sorry, dude. It's just, you know, you're a terrible person. We hate you. Well, the level 8 guy can land hits. Good for him. Of course, he's going to be dead in a moment, so that's not our big problem. I'll just get to work on the external people, because I think Susan can finish off Aaron pretty easily. And they do have bows, which, on the one hand, is rough in the immediate point where we're being attacked. Oh, jeez. Get in there, Waffle. Excellent. Can he also shoot an arrow? No, he can't. Can he also cast a spell? That'd be fun. We might as well go all out with spells. Yes, he can. Just a magic missile. So basically the risk here is the death of 1,000 little cuts, because they're going to get a lot of attacks on us. However, what they're also going to have to deal with is being easily killed. I was hoping that Susan would hit both her hits there, but nonetheless. We can also summon conjure lesser earth elementals. Level 3 characters will never land hits on lesser earth elementals, so they're pretty powerful. Ooh, okay. I'm dead. I'm down. No, I'm not. Amazing. But they've all suddenly got better at shooting. So that's unfortunate. I need to put up my inertial barrier if I get another turn before I'm killed. Haha. That's what we like to see. Alright, Susan. Man, that dude's holding on. I don't like that. Okay. Well, stand right here in the middle and putting up my inertial, hopefully putting up my inertial barrier. Whoops. Nope, failed to check because I'm a useless psionicist. Another dead dude. Susan's easy to hit. She's a big target. She doesn't have much armor. But she can take a lot of hits, which is great. She didn't quite make it there, so she might as well cast a spell. Oh, wait, no, because she's been hit. Can't cast a spell. Oh, well. Come to me, you fools. Finnan should be able to get a kill. Oh, not yet. So the big thing we need is just for them to not hit us all that much. We'll see how it goes. Excellent. This guy really wants to get Susan. I have not damaged it. They have pretty good hit points, it seems. Well. There's another one down. And another one. There goes me. Ooh, big hit from Susan. Excellent. Sir Waffle with some supporting fire. I mean, this is all over the crying. Has Susan just taken a hit, or can she cast? She can cast. She doesn't have cure. No, she does have cure serious wounds now. No, she doesn't. Oh, because that's level 4. Level 4 is the one that she just hasn't filled out. Yeah, we're not the ones crying. We gotta conserve moisture. It just wouldn't be responsible to be weeping for these people. Ah, I was hoping for a bigger hit there, but oh well. Okay, Finnan. Come and, I should just make sure. I didn't get killed there, did I? No, just out cold. Sir Waffle is also at pretty big risk of being knocked out, but... Oh, sweet. He just made it to the attack. And he got the kill. There's like couple dudes left. Okay. Susan, start marching up to meet that dude. And I mean, while we're at it, we're going back to Gedron. We'll be able to rest. So I might as well conjure the lesser earth elemental at this guy. Because I would like to be on my feet for our triumph. So the big risk, though, is that enemies in this game know when you've just level 4 cast healed someone, and they're about to, they will attack the person who's down before they get up. And then they can get a kill, because you don't have many hit points. Alright, can Sir Waffle take a shot at this dude up here? Not from this far. And he shouldn't go walking up and inviting arrow fire right now. So I'll bring him back into the fold. I guess I'll guard. Alright, Susan and her golem friend. Or elemental friend. Smash this dude. And then little Finnan will come charging up for the other guy. Alright, James is on his feet. I'm going to try again to give myself a little inertial barrier. I failed. I'm just not a very impressive guy. I'm a good leader. I hold the team together with my incandescent charisma. Come on, just let me have it. Hooray! Now I'll start walking up to see if I can help the finishing it off process with my arrows. Finnan will not be guarding. He will be doing the little magic stone thing. Just hit this guy with a few rocks. Just so he knows. He knows what's coming. Sometimes I want tab, which is, the tab key is what opens up the this menu. I sometimes want to hit it to get just the character option, like guard, etc. menu. I don't think I'm going to be able to shoot from here. No. Oh, there's more. Well, like the Confederates before them, they're devoted to their cause. It's just that being devoted to a cause is not in and of itself admirable. Cause has to be good. We won't be going back to Gedron and building a statue of Arendt or naming a public school after him. Oh, is that my barrier going down? Oh well. I might get the killing blow here. Yeah, that horrible cursed well, that's the Well of Arendt now. Bye-bye. Thanks for playing, jerks. Feels good. Waffle was the leader, which is actually convenient since we want to start by looting. Okay. When people try to argue, which obviously happens much less nowadays, but it was like the conventional wisdom. It's the conventional wisdom to such a degree that The Simpsons had a joke reinforcing the faulty conventional wisdom that the American Civil War wasn't fought over slavery. In the Apu Becomes a Citizen episode, he's taking the citizenship test and they ask him, you know, why did the American Civil War happen? And he starts going, well, it's a nuanced thing and like, you know, all these different issues. And they go, just say slavery. He said, oh, slavery. I'm like, all right, great. And the joke is like, oh man, what a simplistic. But like, you can go back and read the primary documents. The like the secession declarations of the different states. I haven't read them all, but I've read a couple of them. They're not ambiguous on what the war is about. But then also, to go back to the Battle Hymn of the Republic, that last line of not the last line, the last line in the last verse. I don't know the whole last verse off the top of my head, but you know, the first two lines are about Christ, and they end with an E sound, and then the last line is, "As he died to make men holy, let us die to make them free." A very badass line, but then B, like, yeah, come on, can we drop the pretense here that this was a multi-causal thing? The slavery wasn't the biggest deal. Looks like Arendt had lots of arrows on him. And then hello, bag of magic food. And yeah, that's definitely that's an argument you could make about how metal. That's how you know you're dealing with one of the elites in this fallen world. two-handed wooden bow. Aren't all wooden bows? Hold on. Is that actually a different... it can't be. Surely this is also a... bow, 2x 1d8. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they're all two-handed bows. Regular obsidian longsword. Should have tried to get some metal for that. Okay, that's probably the extent of the like good gear that we're gonna be getting. Okay, how many arrows here? 24. You take 24 arrows, Finnan. We don't usually have Finnan do an archery, but if the need comes. Otherwise, I'll be distributing them to me. Because again, I am useless without them. Gotta sell these gems. Lemon is not a gem. And the pot of water really hasn't come up. I bet there was at least one NPC, because there was that guy in the arena at the very start who was chained up and was begging for water. I probably could have given him water, and I kind of wish I had, but I didn't. So here we are. Okay. Susan has the most problematic AC. Well, hold on. Yes. Susan and James, but let's see what we can do here. She already has AC bonus 2 from her chest armor. What about me? Ah! Pass it down, Susan. Cannot use it, of course. Okay. Okay, so this is junk, it turns out, I think. Yep. Fair enough. I bet I can't wear metal graze scale armor, arm armor either, but let's try. No, of course not. But can Susan? Yes, but it's once again no change. Okay. No change. If he can equip this. Illegal placement. Why? Oh, wait. What is this then? If it's not arm armor, is it leg armor? Oh, yes, it clearly is. It quite clearly is. In that case, go back to Susan. And an actual bonus. Great. And then this is the arm armor. Oh, but she's already got the metal grayscale. But Sir Waffle's down to 2. Okay. AC 4 is still, you know, it could be better. But it could also be worse. I'm just going to give this rod to... Oh, of course Sir Waffle is also almost laden down. We'll just sell a bunch of junk. We're hanging on to a lot of old armor for no reason I can see, really. If a club is 1d6... Oh, but I bet a cleric can't equip the Obsidian Bloodwrath. Well, let's try. Oh, she can. And it's unambiguously better. Great. Okay. Now for all the rest of them. Okay, geez. For a second there, I thought the game was freezing. For the rest of them, it's probably just a matter of getting a bunch of arrows. It's going to be annoying to get them all. Oh, I actually was able to take them. But then it's going to almost immediately be like Finnan gets item. And then nothing else these jerks have is going to matter. Oh. If you didn't kill the dead body, you're not allowed to loot it. Well, very, very gratifying start, just like I had hoped. Especially because it all went according to plan and we won on the first try. Not that hard of a battle. But since I explicitly wanted to go in without technique, you're obviously accepting some level of risk when you do that. It would be nice if arrows just automatically assigned themselves to quivers. But what can you do? Okay, how many do I have right now? 90. Finnan will have less, right? 48. How about waffle syrup? Or Sir Waffle of syrup? You get some. Susan doesn't need arrows, so she'll give 1 to me, 2 to me. I'm the much more frequent archer. But 1 to Waffle, Sir Waffle. And 1 to Finnan. And I think the corpses are persistent. So at this point, I'm just going to say, great. It's a lot of arrows. Let's go deliver the good news to the gladiators of Gedron. The alliance will grow bigger. And then I think the only dangling thread I have is the Mageran Raiders. So perhaps we'll revisit that. Hopefully we get some big quest experience too. Would love to have some more level ups. Hello. All right, Kara speaks for you all. He's in the middle of the pen, looking exactly like the rest of you. But Buffer, welcome back. What can I do for you? Well, first news, Wyrmius is dead. Killed him. Dead? I find it hard to believe that you have defeated him, but if you speak the truth, we owe you a great debt. How can we ever repay you? Well, hold on a second. Because I have other good news. I killed all the slavers. So you're free. Killed the camp? Although I am glad to be free, I wish that you had not had to resort to killing all those men. Well, you and I don't share your moderate politics. I gave them a chance when I said, hey, free the slaves. If they had done that, wouldn't have had to kill them. Anyway, I'm forming an alliance against Drosh. I don't care about a reward, but I do care about the free peoples banding together to not be exterminated or re-enslaved. Really? As much as I'd like to agree on the spot, I'm not the one that can make a decision about that. You'd have to talk to the mayor about it. But putting an end to Wyrmius and freeing us is a step in the right direction. A step? Just like a single step? Anyway, no reward is necessary. You are too modest. You have restored hope in this desolate place. Talk to our mayor. I'm sure there is some way we can help you. Well, I told you, but yes. Okay. Great. We are going to return to Gedron now. Good luck to you in your travels. Susan Strong gained a level. Didn't even tell us how much experience we gained. Alright, I'll lead the way. Follow me, gentlemen. Oh, no. Despawn. I didn't notice it at the time. I started Ultima 7 Part 2 Serpent Isle on Thursday, and I didn't notice when it was happening. I didn't remark on it when it was happening. But it had an in-engine cutscene. Like, not just a bunch of dialogue that told us something happened, and then, like, a fight broke out or someone was dead, or I had an item, but actually, like, locked me in place and made me watch two wizards fighting each other. It'll be session 2 or 3 with Ultima 7 before I find out if it, so far it feels, hey, we have guards. immediately back to work. They don't even get a single day off to recover. Was that tree always there? Well, regardless. Boom, 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 boom. Mayor in his mayor mansion. What an opulent mansion for the mayor of a small village in a wasteland. It's good to see our rescuers. You freed us of our shackles, and we are in your debt. Can I provide you with anything? I'm forging an alliance. Or I guess I should tell him what's up. Actually, you know what? I should be kind here. How's the town doing? We struggle to survive in this wasteland, but compared to Wyrm, all other threats pale. Gedron will prosper because of its freedom. And how are the defenders? Linara nursed the gladiators back to health. We have defenses again. Well, that's good, because Draj is preparing to sweep the wastes. Travelers have spoken of gathering forces. Against such forces, Gedron's only protection is its isolation. Perhaps they will not find us as easily as Wyrm did. Or perhaps they'll find you just as easily. There's like 8 screens out here, dude. Anyway, just join the alliance. Strength is in numbers. You have freed us from one terror. Now you invite us to challenge another. I have grave reservations about this, but you have at least given us the freedom of choice. For this, we agree to the alliance. Our defenders shall march with you when Draj's army comes, and I shall send some of our men to Tekutsul to help with preparations. May victory be an ally to us all. Congratulations! The party gains 4,000 experience. I don't think that's supposed to be his dialogue. Goodbye. I wish you well. I count myself lucky to speak with such heroes as yourselves. Well, I count Gedron lucky to have a mayor who seems like a good guy with a head on his shoulders. A guy with a good head on his shoulders. Alright. We should talk to Linara, see if she has anything new to say. And also, I gotta go to her place to rest. Debating whether I want to sweep back through Tekutsul, because I'm going to be so irritated if that guy is still just saying, aren't you going to do something? Haha. He's got a good head, hasn't been smashed like a melon by the mighty fists of Susan Strong. So, the saviors have returned. Well met. How you been? How you doing? I'm exhausted but joyful. I've been tending to our defenders since they returned. Soon they can return to duty. Some of them have. Well, that's great news. Goodbye. May your travels be profitable. Take care. Hey, you too. Party rests. All right. Next up, we're going to go east after Balkazar after I swoop back through and see, can we talk to Linara's sister again? Can we tell her, like, hey, you can go home now? If we can, we should. Oh, let me look at Susan Strong, who leveled up. She's a pure cleric, so hopefully that means no. I wonder what it is that restricts her from gaining the other 4th circle spells. Do only druids get the good cleric spells? That doesn't make any sense. At any rate, the most important spell that Susan Strong casts is called Hit Him with the Axe and then Stab Him with that sword. She has unlimited slots to cast that from. Gentlemen, I do wish to leave this area. Maybe investigate that well at some point, but we have a more pressing matter. We want to win the allegiance of the Caravan. At that point, I feel like the whole eastern part of the map will have done the major stuff. Whereas in the west, I don't even remember. I had at least one hint about a village in the west, but I've been irresponsibly taking my notes on index cards, which would be less irresponsible if I was then storing them in a place where I'd remember them. But no, I have not done that consistently. So I lost the first list of hints for exploring the wasteland. Boom. All right, so where she was, I would have to go across the bridge. Don't be fooled by the small graphical glitch. We repaired that bridge. It's fully functional. And then she was right around here. She might have just moved on. Yeah, because this is where we last... You know what? She is still here. Oh yeah, she even made herself a little circle. Hey, Jasmine. You should heal yourself up. Thank you for getting rid of Wyrmius. I will continue to study my spells here. Wish my sister the best. Okay. They could have done a little more with that. Heading south. This is not the optimal path for heading off on a difficult mission, because we might get in some difficult fights on our way through here with the crazy spawn rate on the screen. But let's give it a shot. Oh, maybe it's just going to be kind. Take a quick look at the map. Yeah, there's only a single thing on the map. What is it? It's a monster. No sense in getting ourselves harmed on our way to it. Oh, can't fit through there. There's very clearly space, but the game won't allow it. Am I going to track this thing? Nope. Or did I? Yes, I did. What is it? A Rampager, level 14. Hate that. Okay. See what we can do. Hey, 1 damage. I think this thing has a lot of hit points. Well, I mean, we're in it now. What are we going to do? I mean, hopefully I'm going to crack the ego whip on this thing. I assume it's got a guard up right now. So we will likewise put up guards. Don't want to waste a bunch of spell slots either. You know what, Susan? Go back 1 step. Okay. Lots riding on this ego whip. Didn't get him. Armor is corroded. Armor is corroded. Well, it's a good thing we got all that extra armor and that I forgot to sell it like I said I would. No, don't exit the game. Is it James's try again? Maybe this will work this time. Probably not. It worked. Okay. Now we just gotta hope that we're capable of harming this guy. Hey, that's a hit. Didn't want to use slots, but I ought to. Okay, this thing has some kind of magic resistance. I hit it with arrows? No. Hey, there's a hit. Okay, so this is really just going to come down to my psionic checks. We can whittle this thing down and beat it. If it cannot attack us. But I just failed. To hit it. And yet it didn't do anything on its turn. Maybe it's glitched. I will accept that glitch because this is a horrible thing. Got him. There's a hit. We've got it. We're going to kill this thing. I think we do. Oh, wait. Oh, no. It had some kind of crazy breath weapon. But what did it do? Nothing. Oh, it scared me. I'm afraid. Okay. I was already afraid. We killed it. And now we're going to get in a million fights trying to get off the screen. This was not the path to take. We'll have to retreat to somewhere. Can she attack this thing from here? Nope. Well, that's frustrating, but okay. Just guard, Susan. Oh, they're going for the pincer attack. Alright, now I'm afraid, so I can do nothing but run. Hopefully not running to somewhere where a new rampager is spawned. I don't know. Alright, Sir Waffle, you gotta start coming to save me. Oh, great. Finnan's down. We're all of a sudden having terrible luck hitting these things. And they're having good luck hitting us, which all seems unfair. Oh, because these are air elementals, not lesser air elementals. HD? What does that mean? I don't know. Well, kind of. I don't see why a ballistic attack would hurt this thing. I wonder if this will work. I'm just going to try it for fun. No, of course it doesn't. Alright, this is bad. Okay. Sir Waffle obviously needs to be casting. But these things also have lots of hit points. Yikes. It's not good. I mean, whatever. If we die, I'll just not go this route next time from the save, but... Hey, I hit it once. Unfortunately, I did not manage to blind or deafen it. Okay. Big question here. We'll find out the answer. I'm going to do a fireball and hopefully not barbecue Finnan's unconscious body. Or is Finnan already dead? No, he's just out cold. So everybody cross your fingers. Allegedly, this shape won't get Finnan. It also barely does anything. And now they're just gonna finish us all off. Alright, Susan, you try to flee. I don't think it's gonna work. Because they have so much movement. Okay. Yikes. I did it to myself by taking that stupid route. So this time, sell that junk I have. If we see another rampager, I will be very, very careful to not let it take shots at us at all. We're all rested up, right? Yep. Okay. Well, we gotta go the slightly longer way. Oh, but I might as well divest us of stuff. Is this guy a good shop now, I wonder? Hey, Melkor. I can't thank you enough for getting rid of that fiend Wyrmius. But we're not here to discuss that. We're here because you want to buy something, correct? If you do not know already, I am Melkor, merchant of Gedron. Yeah, how you feeling, man? Honestly, I can't remember much of what happened while Wyrmius was in control. I recall a festival of some kind, but that's about it. When he released the spell, it was a shock. I had broken pots and feathers for sale. Well, I would like to buy something. Which is actually just a pretext to get us to the screen so that I can sell you my junk. I mean, I'll look at your stuff. I'm not rejecting the idea. But yeah, leather shield. Don't need a leather shield. What do you give me for it? 10 ceramic pieces sold. Obsidian longsword. Regular weapons are for chumps. I guess I should hold on to some redundant good armor. Now that we know that there's a armor corroding monster out there. Grapes of prayer. I say that a lot. I'll probably never do it. But I should be, yeah, he's got nothing. Which makes sense. I hope we can do business again, friend. Yeah, well, I gotta leave. See you. May victory be your ally. Yeah, that's a weird saying you have here in Gedron. It'd be one thing if they, like, you know, if we were in an ancient Greek situation where, you know, Nike, the goddess of victory, could be our companion, but just like victory as a concept helping us, being our ally, what does that mean, really? Victory is what happens after you win, hopefully with the help of real allies. Okay, from here, I guess I'll go east. This is an open field, so I don't mind looking ahead. Oh! I don't know what these things are called in this game, but they are very, very clearly the inspiration for the Chaos Eaters in Dark Souls. The kind of funny, kind of horrifying eldritch things that live in Lost Izalith. Well, I would love to get a look at them before we anger them. Oh, it's a Zorn. Right. Yeah, I've seen Zorns before. And they're only level 7. There's some excellent sound design with the Chaos Eater enemies. Ah, no you don't, buddy. Did not manage to land a hit on him, but we'll let him come to us. And hopefully I'll ego whip him so he walks into our guards without actually being able to do anything. Whipped. Excellent start. Glad that I'm getting another turn. One down. Would have loved to pass that check, but maybe we'll get this job done anyway without letting the thing eat us. Oh yeah, because the original hadn't even worn off. Brilliant. Did James gain a level that I didn't notice? It looks like he has gone up in psionicist points slightly. So I guess I'm going to want to rest again, if possible, before we go all the way east. I drew a map somewhere last time. Hold on. It's not that big of a world. I'll figure it out. Okay. Yes, I do wish to leave this area. Thank you for asking. And this takes me... Is this the startings? Like the outset of the open wastes area? No, indeed, it's not. What are we seeing out there? Groups of jerks? Oh, and these multi-eyed horror things. Well, let's see if we can skirt them to the south, and if we can't, we'll kill them. It's obvious now I'm going to have to go to the caravan or to the starting screen to rest. I think we'll probably do okay skirting them. Maybe. Oh yeah, they're not gonna. They don't want this. Why would you want to walk that far just to get murdered? Just to get killed in self-defense? This screen is familiar. We have peace with these guys through the unusual peacemaking mechanism of killing all their pets. And the caravan is to the north, so let's go to it. There's a rest spot at the... Yeah. The caravan has like a guest fire. Maybe there'll even be a new NPC there. I think it's 2 screens north, but I'm not positive. No, here we are. James, it is you. Welcome back. How went your mission? I'll deal with that in a bit. Just hang tight. I mean, my water skins never run dry, he says. Oh man, this one pot of water. It's a true miracle. Has sustained us this entire quest. I don't know if the game would be better with survival mechanics. But maybe even like just a really, really light survival mechanic. Of like you know, we could, you know, your water supply goes down once every screen turn. I don't know. Like, it would fit the setting, but I'm not sure that it would actually make the game better. There's that caravan music we love. Starts up just as we're leaving, of course. And south. Actually, I guess I should check just to make sure that all these groups... Oh no, a bunch of red slad. We can kill a bunch of red slad. But what we're hoping to do here is avoid unnecessary combats. Hey fellas, good luck with those slads. All right, this is a friendly screen with no exit? No, there's an exit. It's just not very clearly indicated on the map. All right, we are on track. And looks like we're going to get through here to the east without major issue. Because the figures on the screen down here are a mastrial, like a giant scorpion monster, but it's domesticated. So the mastrial trainer, or whatever he is also right there. It's a friendly one. You can pet it. Probably wouldn't want to. A buddy of mine, first time he played Dark Souls 2, used a plunging attack to kill Man Scorpion Tark on sight. Which is considered bad. Man Scorpion Tark is a good guy. He was very upset about that. But I mean, to be fair, he saw a giant sort of a hybrid scorpion man monster. And he thought, phew. And my buddy, who I'm talking about, who sometimes shows up here as Koodles in the chat, although not very often recently, I should give him some grief about that. He, go in now, don't delay. We've started this off. And fortunately, while they did a lot of cool sequencing work to make the order in which you do things make sense, they didn't go so far as to just have this sort of, you know, they're not like, we're the kind of weird that we let you in and then you just left for a month or a week or whatever to kill some slavers. He's a real cheeser in games. I remember him talking to me about Dragon Age Origins and saying that when he's like, when I played, I figured out that the area of effect spells clip through walls. So just outside of every room where there were enemies, I just cast the spell again and again, and I never had to do a combat. I was like, okay. I don't think I've ever aggroed a friendly NPC. I've accidentally struck a couple, but only ever enough to get the "why are you doing this?" message. All right, so we're gonna go east here into Balkazar's Warrens, Although there is also the south place where some Vrocks are doing some kind of weird ceremony. Vrocks are like giant vulture monsters, sort of. At any rate, when we experimented on walking into their place, they quickly consumed us. So, I mean, maybe we're strong enough now. Maybe we're not. Hold on a sec. Yeah, I'm a 7-7 and 12,000, so 14,000 experience away from my next level up. Finnan's getting close to another fighter level. Susan is not even... Oh, she's just past halfway to cleric level 9. Which I'm going to guess is probably the level cap. I feel like we are pretty well along into the quest. Don't know exactly. I would say like more than halfway through the game probably at this point. So it's not surprising to me if the single class character is starting to bump up against summoning limits. Or level caps, sorry. Okay. Well, when we originally went in here, a mage named Balkazar appeared and said, basically, go the hell away. But we've had some pretty good luck killing evil mages lately. So let's see what we can do. See what we can do. Oh, he comes again. This is Balkazar. Stop. Go no further. My power is limitless. You cannot defeat me. Do not continue, or you will be destroyed. Well, gonna put that theory to the test. With yet another terrific loop going. No one is allowed to enter. Oh, combat has just begun. So we're dealing with a single level 2 guardian. Okay, we might be over prepared for this. I'm not gonna go right up to the thing because it probably put up a guard. I'll send. Oh, and it's a joke of a thing. Not actually revealing that it was a human all along. An obsidian +1 chachka, which can produce fire. That's fun. And a two-handed bone githka. Darth Maul spear. We already have one of those, I think. I think that's what Sir Waffle is wielding. Except his is cooler. It's magical. Nice. Okay, hold on. Chameleon gloves are 1d2. Can I replace them with the obsidian Hachka? Illegal placement. Where does this have to be equipped? Is it a neck thing? No. Is it a head thing? No. Cloak? No. Arm? Finger? Waist? Do I put it on my foot? Is it a ring? Can I just not use it? No, we can all use it. Maybe if I knew what a chachka was, I would have greater success with this. Is there a Wikipedia entry for chachka? There is not. Does the broader internet know what it is? No. Fine, we'll go all the way. Dark Sun, Shattered Lands, Chatka. Nothing. Okay. Is it a two-handed thing? That could be it. Let's try. Yeah, that was all that I found. Just an alternate spelling of tchotchke. Nope, that's a legal placement. Okay. Put it on my arm. Put it on my... No, I already tried neck. Tried cloak. On my chest. Ring finger I tried. Leg armor, no. Can't put it on my foot. Can't put it around my waist. Can't wear it on my finger. Is it... Oh, I bet this is a throwing thing. In which case... I'm going to give it to Finnan. Because I don't think... Let's see. 1d6 plus 3 versus my bow, which is 2 shots at 1d8. The 2 shots thing, I think, makes the bow better for me to stick with for now. So I'll give the fun gimmick toy to Finnan, even if he's not going to use it a lot. And then he can hand down 72 arrows to me. What do we see, game? We see a place that's not super intimidating. I wonder what's up with this area. Can we get to it somehow? We'll worry about that in a minute. Okay, what's this? This is a Babao at level 8. We'll give him a chance to be friendly. Oh, cool. What have we here? Finally, some entertainment. Yeah, what do you mean by that? Not many people are stupid enough to try to get in here. Well, are you stupid enough to try to stop me? You should let me by. You're not going anywhere. Especially not past me. That's the face. Looks like Spawn. I won't tell anyone. Nice try. Only slaves pass through here. Look, I was ordered to report to Balkazar, even though he actually came right to me. Oh, I've been calling this guy Balthazar. Whatever. It's a sign of disrespect to get his name wrong. A feeble lie. We know when Balkazar expects guests. Well, what'll it take to get you to let me in? Enough of your blathering. Prepare to die. I was hoping you'd say that. Well, that's not a great start, but Sir Waffle's the weakest of the melee fighters. The most important part of the opening round is stopping him from attacking us. Oh, what the heck. I'll get in here with my new sword. Do nothing. And then he's dead. Hey, Finnan gained a level and Waffle Syrup. A level 4. This is brand new. Black Tentacles. Super tempting. Evard's Black Tentacles. Black Tentacles are created, which inflict 3 to 12 points of damage per turn until they're destroyed. Oh, that's fun. Like a crowd control kind of thing. Learn Fear. Fire Shield, I assume. Yeah. Fire Shield's also a pretty great spell. Deal back all of the melee damage that you take to the people hitting you. Minor Spell Turning. Reverse first, second, third level spells on the caster. That sounds like fun, but also possibly one we'd get less use out of. 3 to 30, so 3d10 points of damage. It doesn't say anything about half damage on saves, but I've had really bad luck with Sir Waffle getting anything done there. Turn Pebble into Boulder. Hurl a Pebble, which grows into a Boulder. 11 to 26 points of damage. That's fun, but Wall of Fire, Wall of Ice. I gotta do the Black Tentacles. Black Tentacles is learned. And then Finnan also became a did he level up in Druid? Did it say? Oh. Okay. Exactly. Exactly my thinking. Well, that was part of my thing. The other part was just cool. Summon tentacles. Okay, so druids gain levels at a much faster rate than fighters, which I wouldn't necessarily have expected. What does that mean for his spellcasting? I bet nothing. Yeah, I do not think we're going beyond 4th circle spells. We have protection from evil, but not protection from good. A spell that I've never seen used in any D&D campaign I've ever participated in. Still only have 2 level 3 slots, and none at level 4 right now. Oh yeah, we learned those 2 from things. But I think when he rests, that will resolve. We'll find out. Alright, this is going well. I'm inclined to say the whole thing is just going to go very well. But just in case, might as well save. Okay, so what does this place look like around us? Oh, there's a group of jerks up here. Oh, there's Balkazar. He's not like deep within his fortress. He's just right here at the door. Okay. Well, is he willing to talk about this? I bet not. Several Babao are standing around the circle, taunting the Mageran within. Fool! Did you really believe you were going to be transformed into another being? Your kind's desire to better yourselves binds you to the truth. Did you ever ask yourself why you never saw anyone transformed? Okay, so maybe we are getting some nuance with the Magerans. The Babao have not noticed you yet. Then we're going to attack. If I can help this guy and we can get Magerans on our side... Oh, damn it. No, that doesn't make him happy, and Balkazar fled. I mean, they were just gonna kill him. Oh well. I try to, if I get killed and I have to run this back, I'll do it differently. But otherwise, I try not to save scum role-playing choices, so... Oh, failed my check. That's a shame. Oh. Get in position, Finnan, and throw your Chotkey for the first time? Yes. Oh, cool. It does the fire thing automatically. That's fun. Oh no, they corrode armor. Damn you. What I really want is to hit the ego whip on this guy. Another big hit on Susan. The Babao, I mean, they're level 8. I shouldn't be surprised that they're tough. There. Okay. Real bad situation, actually. Because we're crammed in this doorway. Awful tactical situation, especially when I made the field of fire unexpectedly. Okay. What happens with the corroded armor? Oh, corroded armor is literally just destroyed. Holy shit. So now, Susan's got an AC of 8. Well, here. Put on this bow and ring leg armor. For the brief moment it will continue to exist. At least it allows us this... Oh, okay. Well, she's got backup chest armor. This is not good. Well, play it out hard anyway. But Susan can't land hits on these things. which is not promising. Weapon is corroded, armor is corroded, armor is corroded, she's dead. Okay, we're gonna get butchered. I'll play it out hard, but we're gonna get butchered. No, don't. I'm not suggesting that you kill our ally, Finnan. Who might already be dead for all we know. No, she's merely out cold. She's even already regenerating her hit points. But this is one where the battle launching just did not work for us. Really bad opening position, and it's all downhill from there. But yeah, we're not even landing hits on these things reliably. Well, there's one down. I really like this new thing that Finnan has. Do I like it so much that I'm jealous and I'm going to take it for the James character? Probably not. Okay. We can pull this out. Maybe. Unless the fire is burning Susan and she's about to die. I'm too close to the Babao. I need to stop attacking and get back to making sure he stays ego whipped. But is Susan dead yet? No, she's not being burned up in the fire. Take your small blessings. But yeah, we cannot land hits on the Babao. Problematic. Oh, that got Susan. And now I'm being killed and my armor corroded. Okay, I'm not playing this out hard. I'm surrendering. Okay. Well, we learned something important about the Babao enemy. And like I said, it's a chance to experience, obviously, the Mageran, if he's not going to be grateful that we tried to save him because he's too stupid to realize he's being betrayed. Alright, so the taunts him. You really thought we were going to transform you? They haven't noticed us yet? Well, let's see what they're doing. They continue to taunt the Mageran. You know why you never saw anyone transformed? Because they're all dead. Balkazar means to kill you in order to summon a new Babao. Your blind faith has led you to your death. The Babao move toward the Mageran. I still want to intervene. Have they said enough now that it understands? We're gonna find out. Hell yes. Okay, so we need to enter the room or exit the room. Let's exit the room. Let them come to us. Although saving the Mageran would also be a nice thing to do. Sir Waffle, take a step back. That should be enough to let James out. Does he have line of sight for, say, an acid arrow here? No. Does he have line of sight to toss some tentacles in there? Oh wait, no, because he doesn't have any slots for it yet. Okay, well, in that case, take a step over here. And, oh, do you now have a line of sight for an acid arrow? Hell yeah. Didn't do anything, but it was a nice thought. I don't have line of sight for the ego whip here. Hello, your mom. We successfully slaughtered the elven slavers, got Gedron into the alliance. now we're in the fortress finding out what this Balkazar is all about. And it seems to be being horrible. The Magerans seem to be his victims as much as they are his minions. Well, I guess I'll just step back. Oh wait, can I step? Of course, if I stand behind Waffle Syrup, I probably get line of sight. Hell yeah. Okay, that'll help that one. Flavored? Is it wise for Susan to go in? Yum. Tasty. It's not wise for Susan to go in yet. What can she do? You know what? A prayer wouldn't hurt. Can the prayer circle encompass? Yes, it can. All our enemies and our erstwhile ally here. Hopefully it treats him as an ally and not an enemy. And then... okay, this one still can't attack. Can I hit it with anything? I'll just try a magic missile. Because we have lots of... oh, we only have 3 slots for that. No damage. Okay. Can we do anything to these things? Come on. We already killed one. Okay. Now we're going in because we can spread out in the room. And I'll try to ego whip these guys and hopefully we can get something going. But it seems really bad. It seems like they're invulnerable. But that can't be true, or can it? I don't know. Are the Babao undead? I'll try turning undead on them. In the meantime, they're both still ego whipped. Although one of them became free of the prayer. At any rate. Oh, failed to renew. Oh, a hit. A palpable hit. Okay, let's try. Would turn undead do anything here? Certainly not. Okay. I should not have done an attack. I should be ego whipping. These guys' attacks are devastating if they hit us. Hey, if they're just hitting the Mageran, that's okay. I would like to save him, but if we can't. Oh, good. Hits. Okay. Is this one still ego whipped? No, but he's almost dead. So, try the other one. Damn it. Armor corroded. Armor corroded. Yikes. Well, it's dead. Hey, the Mageran's actually helping. Good work, buddy. Crack that whip. Got him. I'll shoot him. No luck. All right. Bunch of level ups. Waffle Syrup gained another level already? Oh, right, because he's both a fighter and a... preserver. Okay. That went well, and maybe we have an inroad now. We barely saved this guy, but we saved him. Hey. My life is a fraud. There is no transformation, no greater existence to achieve. My life is empty. What will I do now? Well, you should take retribution on the man who deceived you. I couldn't confront Balkazar. He would use my anger against me. Can you help me find him? I've served Balkazar for years, all for naught. I know where his quarters are. Follow me. Absolutely, pal. Although now I wish I'd asked how can I defeat him? Option. But here we go. All right. Lead the way, friend Mageran. Nope. In fact, I think his name is actually Balkazar, but I keep saying Baltazar, and I cannot learn it properly. But okay. I wonder, is there a secret involved, or is this guy literally just going... Is the benefit here him showing me what I could have just looked up on the auto map? I'm choosing to believe he's being helpful. Oh. Balkazar's eyes widen when he sees the Mageran. You were not to leave the circle. Die. You must be agents of Dagalar. There's no way that mere slaves could pass my babao in Vrock. Really? I wonder if that's where they got it. Tell your master. How'd I get past his Vrock? By not going down into the room he kept them in. I mean, it could be. They could have just been like, watching Perfect Strangers and then thought, why would you use that name for a goofy guy when you could use it for a evil wizard? Tell your master it is I who will rule Athos, not him. Dagalar? The hell are you talking about, man? Do not lie about your allegiance. I know that Dagalar has sent you to destroy me. However, I will make you a counter-proposal. Dagalar is weak. Side with me and join in the conquest of Athos. And what will I get if I do that? When I summon the unnamed one, the world will bow down before me. All of Athos will be mine to command. Those who resist will perish. You will stand by my side, join my reign. There's only one problem with your proposal. Because it's just that the way I see it, you gotta die. Fools. I swear I'll make your deaths painful. We have another bad starting. Oh no, he's gonna summon a bunch of babao, isn't he? Balkazar quickly utters an incantation. No, just a Vrock. Okay. Well, why don't we start off here by hoping to get the first ever good fireball roll for Sir Waffle of Syrup. Fools! You're throwing away much more than your lives. I am immortal. Balkazar recites another incantation. Summons another Vrock. Damn it. Let me guess. Susan can't get in because I'm in the way, so she will wait. I wish the Vrock wasn't getting a turn first, but it did. Okay. Yeah. Last time some guy believed that he had finally found the secret to conquering Athos. We just effortlessly killed him. Okay. Vrock are level 8, and there's 2 of them on Sir Waffle. I'm going to try to ego whip one of them, and we're going to hope that Susan can get up in old Balky's face there and finish the job quickly. Or Finnan. No hits. And he summons a babao. And blasts me and me alone with a poorly aimed spell. Is he legit immortal? Let's find out. Okay. There's the gimmick here. We badly needed to have used that "how can I defeat him" question, which I will use on a reload if necessary. But first, does it seem like there's... Well, no, that's just guarding his treasure. Okay, I'm gonna just look around. Is there anything we can shoot in this room that is not him? No, it doesn't look like it. And is he just gonna keep on summoning? Let's test this. Yes. Okay, so this one's a bust. I should have just talked to the Mageran again. I'm going back. I'm not going to win a gimmick fight where I don't understand the gimmick. And maybe the gimmick is just don't attack him. Just kill his things and then just stare him down. Yes? What is it? I was just wondering, how can I defeat Balkazar? Some slaves heard that Balkazar's power comes from a focus. But I don't know what a focus is. I bet it's the dagger that's laying on the ground. I was thinking, obviously, he's being protected by some object. But for some reason, I was looking to the stationary objects to be like totems of some sort. Oh, you know what? Why on earth would I not use a bunch of level 1 cleric, like Cure Light Wounds, to buff Susan back up? Roll to 1. Roll to 2. Rolled an 8. Very nice. She's still got 4 level 1s. 4. Fine. Whatever. Okay. And Finnan's got 7. And he rolled a 7. And he rolled an 8. Very nice. And also, just as we get there, but before the Mageran goes in, I must cast Bless. Hang tight, buddy. However, I am the leader. Sorry, Finnan. It's just my incandescent charisma, you know. You were told not to leave the circle. Die. Alright, he says all these things. I say, Daglar, what are you talking about? He says all this stuff. I say, what'll I get if I join you? He tells me all this stuff, and I say, unfortunately, you must die. And then it's on. Fools. I swear I'll make your deaths painful. And he utters an incantation, summoning a Vrock, and he blasts us. Damn. He got a big spell off that devastated 3 of us and prevents me from ego whipping in this opening round. Well, no one said this is going to be easy. Okay, what is this? Okay, can't look at that one. Is there... Can I dump it? No, I thought like maybe this is a pot of acid I can dump this in. Can I just take it? Okay. Not convinced that's going to turn out to be his focus, but let's take a look. What exactly is it? It's just a stone dagger. I don't know. What else could his focus be? Those statues? I don't think we can attack them though. Okay. Check again. Is there anything I can shoot in here? Oh, there's also a book on the ground. Personal diary. Well. Guard, I guess. I'm in everybody's way. And the Vrock massacres Sir Waffle. And blocks the friggin' door. Well, at least he's only out cold, I guess. Can I get in past... No, because it did queue up. Alright. And I'm dead. Alright, this is a tough one, partially because of the very inconvenient starting position of the fight. Let's run it back. Let's try again. This feels very winnable if we could not have atrocious opening luck. Okay, if one of us can just grab his diary. If his diary isn't his focus, it probably tells the tale of what his focus is. And then, as long as we're not attacking him, hopefully he doesn't just keep on summoning regardless. Or at least not at the same pace. Come on, just get some good rolls here. It's a good roll, Susan. Alright, Finnan, come on. Okay, fine, good enough. So maybe the Mageran slaves, will now be amenable to the idea. Once we can actually tell them, hey, guess what? It's all a lie. But it's not a lie that you can be transformed by, fellow feeling. By joining our civilization. There's a sense of purpose. Stop those Dragians from killing us all. There's no way to start this that isn't just standing here. You must die. Okay. He summons, but he did not immediately blast us. Game changer. What's this? A trap. Makes sense. Personal diary. Can I just read it by using it? The text in this book is written in a barely legible hand. You open to the most recent entries, dating a few days ago, and begin reading. Sir Waffle's a speed reader. He's doing this all in 6 seconds. I finished my research regarding the terror extract and find that I must prepare the mixing bowl as well as acquire the blossom extract. I can see why the poison is such a well-kept secret. It keeps on the blade indefinitely. I've contacted a local merchant to acquire the extract for me. He promises it to me within a few days, so I will concentrate on deciphering the unnamed one's book in preparation of summoning. I've completed the spells on the mixing bowl, and now all that I await is the terror extract itself. That fool merchant must have idiots working for him. This is our buddy, I can't remember his name, who just sells cool stuff, apparently with no vetting of his customer base. Any simpleton could have acquired extract by now. If it were not for keeping the Mageran line, I'd do it myself. Okay, that didn't seem to be it, so perhaps it is the dagger, although, I don't know. So the Vrock is what we want to focus on here, for the time being. I guess I'll get this too. Maybe the idea is to get whatever his focus is and throw it on the trap, in which case I'm gonna bet more on the dagger. We'll find out. And then I want to hit the Vrock with something. Vrocks are level 8, and other than that, we've never really engaged with them except to know that they have a lot of attacks. So I will be trying to ego whip it. We will be hoping that they are sensitive. I'll do an acid arrow. Ooh, I bet that could very well be what that is. I don't think we can do anything to it right now. And we did have the ability to attack the diary, so what if it is the book? I don't know. Whoops. No, no, no. To the Vrock. Excellent. But nothing happened. I certainly hope that he doesn't also immortalize all of his dudes. Okay. If I get this and throw it here, what'll happen? Nothing. I'll take it then, I guess. I'm not super confident. I really need this ego whip to work if I'm not just going to be ripped apart by a Vrock right now. Hooray! Alright. Can we do anything about it, though? It might just have, high AC because it's level 8. That's a good thought. It doesn't have the terror extract, though. He is still waiting for that from our merchant friend. Well, okay. The damage he did to the Vrock was a fair bit of its hit points. And the thing is no longer ego whipped. So I think I'm going to, for the moment, concentrate on preserving us by not letting the Vrock rip anyone's guts out. Ooh, then he has a big fireball and probably killed me outright, didn't he? Yep. Okay, let's experiment then. If we go through my stuff and take that dagger. And then Finnan equips it just in case. Equip it as a second item. Second weapon for now. Can Finnan then do something to this guy? Oh, is this a thing he can attack? Let's try that. It does nothing. Oops. Okay. Other interactable things here? Just this trap. I can't imagine setting off the trap in the middle of the circle is in and of itself advisable, but let's try. No, because it's another thing you can't do. Okay, can we stab Balkazar? Nope. Oh, this jerk can just walk right across his own trap? Okay, set off the trap. Nothing? Okay, Sir Waffle. Try casting a fireball, I guess, and see if it doesn't hit the trap, though. He makes another summon, and nothing was done to his other things. Okay. Perchance we need to search this place a bit more thoroughly before following the Mageran in. What if it's something in his treasure room? We're actually supposed to fight our way in and get it. Well, while we're still sort of vaguely alive, let's test that theory. Oops. Pressed the wrong direction. We're no longer even vaguely alive. Okay. Well, we need to experiment. How am I for time? I've got about an hour before I have to drive Danielle to a friend's place so they can go on a shopping trip together. Wait. Oh, I see. I loaded Belly of the Beast. No, I thought I had already triggered the thing in the save, but okay. Regardless. Hey, at least one good roll. And then Susan gets a bad one. And an okay one. Well, no, that's still bad. 2 is also bad. There, I'll take that. Okay, something went wrong here. Well, you're the one who's not moving. Okay, let's... Oh no, but I just updated the save. Well, maybe it'll fix, but I bet I just saved with the NPC glitched. Okay, we have to go back. Not that far. Gotta try to save this Mageran again, though. That's challenging. This is a tough fight to not get the Mageran killed in. Wait once. And then they've given away enough information that we can attack. And then... what should we do? I mean, the important thing is getting a bunch of ego whips down. Sir Waffle, you wait. I would like to move, but I don't want to give them turns. So I will just accept that we're a little jammed up here for a minute while I start cracking the whip. Failed to check. Beautiful. But not really. This actually sucks. Okay, well... Susan, get in there. Hey, that was a good roll. But then this guy comes right to me. Wrecks my armor, wrecks my weapon, and my armor. Hideous. Okay, nope. Nope. Damn it. The NPC probably would have unglitched if I just reloaded the proper save game. I didn't have to be stuck back here doing this fight again. Did it to myself. Okay. There we go. Okay. Big hit from Susan. That's great. Finnan can't get in yet, so take a step back and you know what? They'll make short work of it, but it's still probably not a terrible idea to put something in there as a distraction. And Sir Waffle. Shoot with your bow. You'll probably not hit, but better than wasting a spell slot that probably won't work. Okay. I'm in, so I'm getting out of the way. This one's still ego whipped. No, it's not. So I'm going to whip this one because I don't want armor corroded, but I wish I could do the other one too. Damn it. This time our friend is dead. Well, we'll see how this one goes. Armor corroded. Armor corroded. Armor corroded. Why did I do that? That was foolish. Well, there's a kill. let's just go back to where the NPC is glitched and just live with it. I don't want to do a battle I've already done again. And if we must go in on our own, or maybe the Mageran will just unstick at some point if we're just going around. Who knows? What's this? It's probably a teleport pad. Yep. The teleports us where? Up here? Okay. Weird. What's this thing? It's a steer. And it's level 10. Probably don't need to deal with this thing right now. Or can a steer be a focus? Let's see what we can do. Can we talk to it? No. If we move towards it, does it aggro? Yes. Oh, cool. Once it starts moving, you appreciate its design a bit more. It's like Janus-faced and multi-bodied almost. Alright. Can we hit a level 10 thing at all? Oh. Yes. Quite effectively, in fact. How are we doing on this thing? Very well. And now it can't attack. It's bowing up. Standing up tall. But now it's dead. Okay. And these are just decorative corpses. Well, don't know what it means or if it matters. If that was the thing. But went well. And I guess one advantage of not having the NPC functioning properly, or maybe now that we've teleported, it started functioning again. But if it's not, then the advantage of it not functioning, I guess I'll go through the rest of its dialogue. Where are you going? Taking you to Balkazar's quarters. You're not, but I appreciate the idea. One advantage is that I won't feel obliged to follow the leading NPC, and so we can explore a little and see if... I can't imagine whatever his focus is, if it somehow... like, I don't think it's that steer thing, but like, I don't know. What else is that thing for? But otherwise, might as well look around. He's got an awfully big chamber for a guy who doesn't seem to let any of his minions also live in his palace. This gigantic dining hall. Hey, and another Mageran. Hey, have you heard the bad news about your whole life being a lie? Are you waiting for the transformation as well? Actually, it's not great news, but transformation is a myth. Liars! I have served Balkazar honestly and well. Yeah, I suppose he can throw a party whenever he wants. Just has to get someone to keep punching him. Are you here to test my devotion? Begone! Well, okay. I'm going to come back to you, hopefully, when I've defeated Balkazar, and maybe then you'll believe me. Mageran, come with me. It's your turn now. The Babao turns to you. Work hard, slaves, and you too may have the honor of transformation. Where's this happening? Hold on a second. I triggered a conversation with nothing? That's weird. I don't think that was supposed to happen there, but okay. You know, it's not a glitchless game. But it's hard to be glitch-free and very complex and be a company that is, you know, presumably heading into bad financial territory, given that they're going to make like 2 more games after this and then go to business. Oh, this one vanished. Oh, that was the scene. Was that one being summoned for transformation? So hold on. Can I go help that one too? If I can ever find my way out of the complex? Probably not. My money's on no. This other scene is not going to happen, but let's go. No. Okay. Well. Seems much more likely that the focus is either something that's in that room. Oh, wait. Another holy relics, eh? Let's read this. Study of otherworldly beings. Few ways are known to dismiss these beings from planes on which they are unwanted. Most historical methods have been lost due to lack of records. Wizards who employed the methods rarely recorded their discoveries in fear that others would steal them. The classic method of dismissal is through the use of an artifact that is inversely aligned to the being to be dismissed. Of the holy relics, one powerful object, known abroad, is the Light of Dawn, capable of dismissing all but the most evil of creatures, the Histor, and then it cuts off abruptly. I was hoping it would... Okay, there are lots of books. Book of Focuses. This seems promising. Opening this book, you see that it is concerned with the creation, use of, and destruction of power focuses. You flip to a passage in the book and begin reading. Have shown that focuses have classically been amulets or staves which are invoked to grant favors. However, with more materials becoming available, the design of focuses is changing rapidly. Design of foci. One great step. Oh, no, it's a bird outside. I thought I heard Abra. Ooh, I do have to go give Abra her LUNCH very soon. One great step in the evolution of foci has been the use of common objects that one would expect to find in any house on Athos. This way, it is not obvious from where the wizard's power comes. I have even heard tales of furniture being used as foci, but it's unlikely. How could a piece of furniture possess the polished surfaces that are required of a foci? Speculations abound. One object with... The author gets into specifics, you skip ahead. Good. I was like, if we put this down without reading what how to destroy them, I'm going to be very upset. Foci have been known to grant their keepers powers from the darker planes. Numerous fireside tales have been spun about the defilers that could not be killed as long as their focus was intact. Interestingly enough, I have discovered proof that there may be foci powerful enough to grant just such powers, be it in the form of incredible regenerative powers, a magical aura that protects the defiler from harm, or immortality itself. Were a defiler able to combine these abilities with those of hiding the focus within a common object, the results would be difficult to contain, at the least. I recall a certain defiler by the name of Scrimshander that, flip ahead to the destroying section, no. Goddamn. Okay, furniture with smooth, polished surfaces. Maybe one of these books is also... Oh, the unnamed one. Let's do some research. The aged book is unusually heavy, feeling as if it contains 10 times the amount of pages it has. The pages themselves are made for something more akin to leather than paper, but you can't determine exactly what the material is. You briefly skim the red inked text. I think it would probably be brown inked by now. Seen in the past have all been manageable. However, recent experiments have revealed new methods of summoning otherworldly beings that could result in creatures undefeatable by known means. One such being, who must be left unnamed, is known to be trying to enter this realm. Were someone to summon him, the resulting chaos would be apocalyptic. And then rites and passages used in that summoning. We can't stand to read any further. The acts explained in the text make our stomach uneasy. And, also, we're reading a book made out of skin. Book of Guidance. All the pages in the book have been crossed out save one. A single faded inscription is all that remains. When dealing with direction, every search not warranted earns not Nuragor. Okay. So, we're probably looking for a piece of furniture with polished surfaces. We don't have any guidance on how to destroy it, because the player character simply chooses not to read that portion of the book. Which is, you know, a little frustrating. I was elected to lead, not to read. I'll say this about the, let's peer at his room. Polished surfaces. Is there a mirror in? There we go. The vanity mirror. Well, actually, you know what? This is actually happier because our Mageran friend survives, even if they're glitched out. So what do I get if I join you? He says all his stuff. I say, but unfortunately you must die. He swears he'll make our deaths painful. He does his incantation, but he didn't open with an attack. Poor initiative roll there. I would not want Susan in the back line to act first, but then Sir Waffle's ready. If he runs in here, but can he actually attack this mirror? Let's go closer to it and see. Am I in melee range now? No. No! You do not know what you are doing! Stop! Alright. So how to destroy them is actually pretty simple. Just destroy them. Oh, he put a trap under Sir Waffle. Here comes the Vrock. Finnan's got to wait. We're banking a lot on James going next and cracking the ego whip properly. Didn't work. Sir Waffle takes a big fireball, but he's alive. How alive? A fair bit alive. Pretty alive. Okay. Nice. This guy's not ego whipped, which means he is prepared to do many, many, many attacks. The corrode armor, I think. So I guess a lot is riding now on Sir Waffle, pulling this off. Finnan, conjure an earth elemental and see if we can trick this stupid thing into turning around. And then Susan, just if it comes for you, hit it as hard as you can, if you can indeed hit it at all. I get another chance to try to shut it down. Got it. Sir Waffle, get off of that trap. Does it blow up when he gets off it? No, it doesn't. Can we see hit points for the mirrors? Can we use the mirrors? No, that does nothing. But can we hit the mirrors physically? Yes, it's setting off traps. And, of course, he's also trying to kill Sir Waffle. Okay. Can this thing still not attack? No line of sight. Oh my god. Sir Waffle's probably dead from that. Yep. Okay. Run it back, but okay, we have the right idea. Maybe we get lucky and Susan can get in there. Maybe I'll put Susan on point. She won't be the front person. I don't know. Hey, we're getting there. I suspect we can overcome this. Hopefully with time to actually do some Mageran diplomacy. Would love to welcome the Magerans to the Alliance. Hey, pal. I could also try the deceptive route of being like, yeah, I'll work with you. He's like, come into my room. Let me show you my cool obsidian mirror. But we've generally gone for the real straightforward approach here. Oh, James gets to go first. I wish there was a convenient and comprehensible way to just decide how the party forms up. Okay. I don't know, but we're gonna try. No! You don't know what you're doing! Stop! Big hit on all of us. But that's okay, ultimately, if we can just... God. Okay. No, give James his... Okay. Guard, I guess. Okay. Great. I'm out of the way. Is this thing still ego whipped? I don't have line of sight to it. I gotta get behind Susan. Better line of sight between Susan's legs. Okay. That part at least is sort of under control. Sir Waffle hasn't even been harmed yet. Oh. Don't know how many hits it's going to take. Can Finnan get in past this thing? Hell yeah. The only downside is that this makes us very vulnerable to being bombed on by fireballs. And Susan can't get into the room right now. That would have been a great time for a sprite to glitch out and become walk-throughable. Third hit. Okay, each hit smashes one mirror. A tremor shakes the school to its foundations. Didn't realize this was like a university. A deep guttural roar that sounds like an unnatural cry of anguish and defeat. Congratulations! The party gains 3,000 experience. Okay, now it's on. I'm in a lot of danger, but if I get this hit, he can't cast spells on us. Excellent. Okay, bunch of damage, which is not great, but assuming this thing is also no longer invincible, we're in good condition here. Use a flame arrow. Nothing. Balkazar is reduced to melee fighting, and you know what? Balkazar. Hey, he's got Balk's staff. It's his old college nickname. For destroying Balkazar with a single glorious punch to the face, his mistake was standing right by that wall. Susan just... She's holding weapons, but just to pack her fists. She's still just punching, as far as I'm concerned. 6,000 more experience. This game is very generous with the XP. It's the end of your joy, Balkazar. Okay, Ego Whip is essential now. Come on. Failed my check. Do not kill Finnan. He's down, but probably not dead. He's merely out cold. That's okay. We have not harmed the thing yet, which is more problematic. So, do I think anything can do anything to this thing? Oh, right. Of course, only the active character can cast. Armor. Kind of useless at this stage. Let's try Magic Missile. Are Vrocks just unharmable? Is there also a thing I need to figure out to kill the Vrocks? I genuinely don't know. So let's see what we can do. Message? Is it an important message? From Danielle. Oh, no. All right. Hey, British. Welcome. Oh, no. We're not trampling a nice garden. We're trampling out the vintage where the grapes of wrath are stored. Okay. So, update on this soon, but there won't be any Greg and James beat 'em up on Tuesday, but this is probably a week where we can do an alternate evening. Greg has a lot of nephews. He's got another nephew birthday. Okay. Well, we have the thing ego whipped. But we can never hit it. Is that because... Oh, wait. We need Balk's staff, don't we? I know I need 2 free hands. Okay. I'll just place my... Use telepathy, I guess, to move those to Finnan's unconscious body. Take this 2-handed staff, which has a use. Unknown. What could it be? I certainly hope that the use is to banish summons. I clicked it. Didn't seem like it did anything. Can I click it again? Maybe I do need to hit the thing. Okay. Alternately, maybe I need to use it while adjacent. If it doesn't work, we're going to very soon find out something bad. Okay. And now it starts the murder. Did Sir Waffle survive? Yes. Okay. My one last guess right now. Is to see if Susan can, actually land a hit with this staff. Otherwise, I need to read that book more carefully to find out what the actual answer is. I'll just keep on ego whipping for now. Nope. So we have an immortal enemy that we don't know how to banish. Possibly because I literally just read the answer and didn't make note of it. Could it be the stone dagger? I'm not super optimistic, but be a fool not to try. Susan Strong gets item. Inventory. Susan Strong. Stone dagger. James. Equip. Is there a use? No, there's not. It's probably nothing. Down goes Susan. Obviously going in here won't be any good because there's a bunch more Vrock. Okay. Final guess. but I might not even get a chance to try. Just take the staff off of Susan. And see if standing in the circle and using it, which I can't even do this turn, unless this counts as in the circle. No? Yeah, I mean, maybe it did, but probably just doesn't matter. Does the Vrock get me? It almost certainly does. Yep, party defeated. Very frustrating. Okay. It is time to give Abra her lunch. So hang tight, gang. We're gonna figure this out. I'll be right back with you. Okay. Sorry about that. Took a little longer than I expected because I also used the washroom. Okay. So we can kill Balkazar real good. No luck with Vrocks. Is it a gimmick thing? Let me remind myself what all we have. Okay. I don't know. Wait, I said I'd relook at the books. Is it this one that talked about summoning? Holy relics. Oh. We all have magic weapons. Because that's that's probably what they're talking about. Okay. I don't know. I mean, let's just try it and see if it works. What are you talking about? What'll I get if I join you? Oh, guess what? I'm actually gonna kill you, jerk. Summons a rock, but we do get to go before it, which is good. Kind of stuck here. Hopefully I can see it. Yes, that's vital. Okay, Susan, you wait. Although actually you're gonna be stuck anyway. Sir Waffle, go for the mirror. And judging by how this all went down, even just shooting it should be good. No! You don't know what you're doing. Stop! Oh, we got him for 20 acid damage. That's not good. At least this thing can't attack. But then what's my plan? I don't know. Do I need line of sight to do cure serious wounds? Probably. Abra. Let's try it. No, I can do it. It didn't do much, but at least it got to him. On that note, I guess I'll also... Oh, can't cure light wounds. Because Susan took a hit there. Okay, well, she can guard, because I need to get out of the way. New round. Fin and wait. Good. It's James's turn, because I need to renew that ego whip. Hey, Abra! It still can't attack. So actually, perhaps I should also get a shot on this mirror. He hit me, but not enough. We're gonna smash his thing. Boom. 3,000 experience. And Susan gets to act next. Bad news, Balky. Because you're dead now. Of course, the serious problem of not having been able to hit the Vrock remains. Finnan has a +2 weapon. Does his weird chakra gimmick thing also... What's its plus? It's just a +1, right? It's a +3. No, it's a +1. Okay. Wait. This is a okay, he has a +2 sword. So maybe that's good to land a hit. Maybe. I think I'll have Finnan wait. Oh, no, he's the end. So guard, new round begins. Finnan goes right away. I need to have him wait so that James can step back. Can Sir Waffle do anything to this thing? It seems to resist all magic. And all physical damage. So no, I don't have a good plan. Okay. Sir Waffle, just wait, I guess. Guard. Okay, the Vrock can't attack, thank goodness. I'll walk into the room with it and ego whip it again. And then maybe Finnan will have some luck with a +2 weapon. If Susan gets the turn first, she can bless. She gets another turn, she'll pray. He hit it! How was that in terms of damage? Not bad. Okay, and psionics work on the thing. Is it still ego whipped? No. I was gonna try the one that tricks it into thinking its hit points are depleted, but. Okay, got it again. Okay, so I bet Susan's just never going to be able to hit this thing. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think I'll just have her pray first. Everything we can to improve the odds of Finnan, who has a +2 weapon and did manage to damage the thing. Be nice if we had more +2 weapons, but we do not. Oh! James has some really good magic arrows. Hey, Abra. Look at you. Laying on the wooden floor, about a foot away from the cat bed, into which I've also set up a very soft blanket that I know she loves. But she's just not feeling it right now. These are +3 arrows. I only have 4, but if it is that even +1s can't hit the thing, which kind of seems like it's what it is, then it's worth a try. Okay. And it's also worth a try that maybe I'm wrong. Finnan got it twice. Okay, big choice to make here. I think I ego whip it. I think that was the right choice. We just need Finnan to get one more hit. And we've done it. I don't have the terror extract from that guy, do I? Thank you, my friend. Okay, so it wasn't a gimmick. Talisman Venom? No, that's not. Terror Extract will just be called Terror Extract if I have it. Because I feel like I definitely talked to that guy about the Terror Extract. I had heard of it before, I think. But we don't have it. And you know, perhaps it's good that we don't have it. We're not going to try to deal with these things if only Finnan can hit them, and there's 3 of them, so I'm not going to be able to ego whip them all. So for the moment, let's, what did this book? Oh yeah, this is just about how he's going to summon the thing, but okay. Yeah, the poison stays on the blade indefinitely. Okay, I will go and talk to our merchant buddy, and also see, you know, are we friends of the Mageran now? I think that one who I tried to enlighten despawned in that little scene that we didn't even see. Well, let's see if it's back. Actually, hold on. Let's see if it's back via gimmickry. It's not. I wonder if probably the one that we helped is locked into its dialogue. So okay, 3rd door to the left. No, I miscounted. This was the third door. Hey, Abra. I love you, sweetie. Yeah. Yeah, okay. You're just glitched forever, but I mean, maybe that's better than being vaporized by Balkazar. And then we have a network of teleporters and a whole lot of dead people. And, ooh, a cool looking sword. Okay, let's look around. Are there other teleporters somewhere? Or can I use the grappling hook to cross cliffs? I mean, there's the one that went up to there. Was there another one up here? There was. Okay. Let's investigate. Because if that's another good magic sword, we're going to need better magic weapons, I think, if we're going to fight larger groups of Vrock. Dead person, yeah. To the right takes us to here. Okay, I'll do all the ones that are rightmost for now and see what that does. Eventually just to here. And then this sent me back. Okay. Let's do the ones that are leftmost and see if the same thing happens. If I can avoid trying to map this place out, I would love to. So let's try right, left. Gets us back to this guy. Okay. Left from there, and right from here is to this. Okay. And left takes us into a very bad place where we are swiftly set upon by a lot of steer. I don't like our odds, but let's play it out hard, see what we can do. I mean, it's only Sir Waffle that just got super rocked by the first one. Okay, there goes me. And Sir Waffle. Are either of us dead, though? No. Well, the two strongest fighters. What can they do? We didn't even loot Balkazar's body this time around. Oh well, we'll be going back through there. He'll stay dead. Okay, we're defeated. That's all right. We'll stick a pin in this for the moment. Because obviously, we want to at least get to that spot where there's a sword on that weird island. And probably the way there is from the big one. So, let's go back. Let's retreat for now. See what we can do with the Mageran on the way out. If we can enlighten them and maybe get them on side with forming an alliance. Or at least make them happy to know that their entire life was a lie. Maybe that won't work. Do I have a basic telekinesis thing that would let me... No. No straightforward fetch object telekinesis. In my repertoire. It might exist in the game. I hope we don't have to kill our way out through all the Mageran. I mean, you never know. They might collapse into nihilism when they find out that their whole we will be transformed thing is a trick. We'll find out together. Am I navigating properly? Yes, I think. Where am I? Am I right here somehow? Well, there's people. Can we tell them the good news? No. Can we tell any of them any good news? Do any of them seem like the leader? No. Yes, this one seems like the leader. Or at least seems like one that might talk. Let's find out. Okay, gotta wrap up fairly soon, so continuing to clear out the Warrens is probably task number 1 next week. Oh, here's another one that might talk. Or not. I'll try one more before I say, okay. Whoops. Whoa, I left astral projection of my own body behind. Okay. The ones just called slave certainly don't seem like they're going to say anything now. There's really just nothing to do with the revelation that Balkazar was lying to them all and that now we freed them. And the entire purpose of their life is gone. That's a missed opportunity. Maybe the ones out front will have more to say. Like, hey, hold on. Did you kill our guy? A little bit. Just a touch of killing. He's a smidge dead. Going now, don't delay. I'll come back. Balkazar can wait. He's not going anywhere. Return to the caravan. Actually, on the way, talk to Jerk Merchant here. See if we can actually acquire the terror extract from him. Make that super poison. Never know when that could come in handy. At least it feels like the game is setting me up to make the poison. Hopefully we don't have to stop and massacre a bunch of Strine. Hey, pal. Notaku. They're not expected to return so soon or empty-handed. What did you want? I can't remember what I was supposed to do for you, but I need help to find a terror bloom. As I said, the death of a rampager. Well, we know where there's a rampager. There was also a mention in one of the writings that the bloom only grows in a certain habitat. Perhaps the lore master in Sedrilt will know more. Where is Sedrilt? Due west of here. It's quite a walk, but well worth it. Okay. Where exactly is the terror bloom? Okay, gotta talk to... Okay, so I guess before we return to Balkazar's ruins, we're actually going to detour to the west first. But right now, as our final act, let's go get the caravan recruited, and then, depending on how long that takes me, probably not 25 minutes, I might also go back to Tequetzal to see if they've actually updated our dialogue options a bit to say like, hey, great work. Hey, Squeaky. Ba-doom, ba-doom, boom, boom. Doodly-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Okay, almost there. These guys are non-hostile. Non-hostile because, again, we killed their pets. But they made a bet that we couldn't, and they honor it. I would never bet anyone about whether they could kill my cats. My cat? Cats. But anyway. I would never make that bet in the first place. But if for some reason I did, and then the person won, I would then, proceed to kill them in vengeance. Not that I think people should be going around killing. Ah, James, it is you. Welcome back. How went your mission against the Mageran raiders? Oh, you'll have no more trouble from Balkazar, my friend. By my father's sword, you're fit to grab a dragon's tail. This is good news indeed. Balkazar was a fiend. I'm glad his shadow will not blacken the sand again. That was very evocative. Any news out of Draj? The Templars of Draj go more and more extreme in their efforts to maintain their power. The desert villages will not survive the upheaval. No, that's true. Well, good talk. May your waterskins likewise remain moist. The caravan leader is a lady in the giant wagon, right? Sure is. The caravan master. Congratulations on your victory against the Mageran. The news is already all over the caravan. We're very grateful. As I promised. Here's your reward. Nice. How's the caravan doing? Business is much better now that you stopped the Mageran from raiding us. Still, we suffer from endless raids. Why haven't you gone to another city? The opportunities for profit are too great. Let's change the subject. Of course, if that is your pleasure. Wyvern riders still trouble my peaceful caravan. My best scouts say the wyverns come from a village far to the southwest. 1,000 ceramic pieces if we stop them. Is that agreeable? Sure. Oh, that's good news. The entire caravan will be grateful. Goodbye. Good luck in your mission. I guess the reward she gave me for the other thing was just ceramic. And they're not... maybe they'll join after we do another thing for them? Maybe not. Oh well. We expanded the alliance this week regardless. With the people of Gedron. Take a rest. Bing, 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 bing. Find out what Sir Waffle's level 4 slot situation is. A single one. Despite us having 3 cool sounding spells. And then these people are generic visitors. Okay. Let's head back to Tequetzal. See if anything's changed there. And then, if not, I mean, that's where we'll set out from next time to go west to get... or maybe I should go kill that rampager. Maybe that should be the last thing I do right now. Well, just a moment. Yes. Last thing I'm going to do is going to try to kill that rampager without getting all my gear corroded. Assuming I remember which direction to go, which I think I do. Yeah. It's worth one shot. Hey, Abra. I don't know what she wants. If she wants me to go up and give her a drink, that's very silly because she should know that Danielle is stuck upstairs in the top floor room forever. No, not forever. We're very close to her being able to. She did downstairs just fine in physio. So now it's just getting the courage to try it in a non-controlled environment without the excellent, the very kind encouragement of her lovely physiotherapist. Not that I can't encourage her. I'm just not as good at it. Is this the right way? I think. Maybe? Maybe not. I don't know. It's the right way. Oh, wait. But now we have... Oh, good. They're lessers. Even I can land good hits on lessers. Oh, man. We're about to be attacked by a whole bunch of things. I'm just curious, though. Oh, no. The Rampager doesn't just automatically spawn. And now we're being attacked by a lot of bugs. Screamer beetles. Well, those sound unpleasant. Switch back to my quiver of cheap regular arrows. And let's see what I can do. Premier level 3s. Hey, 7 damage, not bad. Sir Waffle. 4 damage, not bad. Alright, Susan, go to the ones up here. And I'm going to have Finnan try to use his fun gimmick thing. And see if we can set all these ones on fire. Oh, he missed. They're attacking us with sonic screams. Boom, boom, boom. Excellent. Very fun. Oh man, they're getting out. But I feel like they're probably worse at physical attacking than they are at screaming. They're not called biter beetles. And we're done here. But okay, so this place isn't just going to automatically spawn a Rampager, like I might have hoped when I met one here once. So let's just get through this place to Gedron, fighting perhaps 1,000 random battles on the way. Battles. At least the Gedron people aren't going to shame us for not completing the quest, even though we are making demonstrable progress on the quest. Oh, up from here. And to the west. I at least have a mental map for portions of the world of Athos. Or of this region. The Dragian region of Athos. I know, sweetie. I mean, I don't. I have no idea what you're on about. Doom, doom. Doom, 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 doom. Is this? Yes, it is. Excellent. Can I pass along news that her sister is well? To Linara? So the saviors have returned. Well met. How have you been? I am exhausted but joyful. Yep, okay. So we're done having experiences with Linara. Okay, we're back right where we started, except we made a lot of progress. Next time, we travel west, due west, to try to find this village. And if we find it, then hopefully we're on the path to. Or do I want to go back into the Wyrm first to try to get that sword? Because we could absolutely beat those things if we were prepared for. You know what? I have a whole week to think about that. We don't need to make these decisions now. So check it out, gang. Tomorrow, Phantasmagoria. Content warning, you might want to, if you're following the Phantasmagoria stream, you may or may not want to see the notification and delay for like 20 minutes. Maybe I can't imagine it's a long scene. We're opening with that scene of sexual assault that I've been assured is not too explicit, but that is like troubling by a friend who saw it for the first time in the past week. So I'll make sure everyone's adequately warned before it begins. We'll get through it. I will not riff about it. I won't do a funny episode title. I probably won't do my gimmick intro. We'll get through it, and then we'll see if the narrative justifies it or suffers because it happened or carries on. I don't know. And then hopefully we'll start having fun again with the game, because it's a really cool game thus far. That's that. Sounds like Greg and James Beat 'em Up is going to be Monday evening or Wednesday evening, but I got to talk to Greg some more. I will announce that in the Discord. Hey folks, if you want to join us in the Discord, get updates on when Greg is disrupting our schedule. There's an invite link in the chat there, in the about, not in the chat, in the about here on this Twitch page. But Monday or Wednesday, and then Friday Night Frosthaven on Thursday, another two-hander, just me and Greg. Rich needed the day off yesterday, and so now we're in the middle of a scenario without him. We're hopefully going to finally retire the Drifter. And then Greg has to wait even longer, because he will then be not available the next week, because he's going to Cape Breton to visit his partner's family. And they're not just in Cape Breton, they're in like the sticks. So there's not going to be any reliable internet there. So I don't know, maybe me and Rich do a 2-player scenario, or maybe I finally get Danielle back in and we do a 3-player. Or maybe we just take the week off. I don't know. Who knows? But Friday Night Frosthaven on Thursday. And then during the week, well, I got lots on the go. I am doing Wizardry Gaiden 4, Throb of the Demon's Heart. We're so close to finishing the Tower of Witchcraft, but I think I need an item from either the Tower of Stillness or the Tower of Spirits. So I fired up the secondary party and got started on the Tower of Stillness. So we'll carry on with that, I guess, whenever I happen to do it. Then I also started Ultima 7 Part 2 Serpent Isle. And it's pretty cool so far. Here it's very long. But so far so good. I'm enjoying it. I'm intrigued. And I'm going to try to get a lot more of that in during... I'm 2 weeks into vacation now. So I got 3 weeks left. And then a few weeks where the school year hasn't started. Hopefully I can finish Wizardry Gaiden 4 and make good progress on Serpent Isle in that time. I'd also I keep talking about doing 30-minute retro reviews. Maybe I just need to start tacking those on at the start or end of the weekend streams. Even when I said nothing except I just want to do a bunch of streams on my vacation, I still was too ambitious. I don't know. But maybe I'll start that up. Play classic games for 30 minutes. Try to encapsulate them with my wisdom. And then... I haven't touched Lolo in a little bit, but I was having fun with the Adventures of Lolo Famicom edition. Maybe, who knows? There's lots of stuff that could happen here throughout the week, and then before you know it, it'll be Saturday again, and we'll be back in Athos. Dark Sun, Shattered Lands, going to meet another village. I feel like we're in the downslope of this game. I don't know how much longer it's going to be, but I feel like there's more behind us than there is ahead of us. And so far, it's not in any way wearing out its welcome. I'm really having fun every time I play this game. And I hope you are too. All right. Well, there it is. Oh, you know what? Every now and then I should say the things like, hey, if you don't follow, why wouldn't you follow? Didn't you hear all that stuff I just said I'm doing? It's good stuff. If you're here watching, you know the vibes are good. Why not follow? But maybe you already follow. The subscriber pitch is if you do it, it's cool. But like, all you get are some emotes. and you get the James emote for free. So I don't know what the appeal is, but if I'm humbled when people do it. It's very nice. When I get the payouts now and then, I try to spend them on stuff to do on the stream or equipment to make the streams better. And it's a nice gesture, so you could do it, but you don't have to. If you're watching this on YouTube, I guess you could hit the like button. Every now and then, people do seem to still do that, and it does feel nice when you get a like. But more than that, if you're watching this on YouTube, leave a comment, say something about what you thought. I promise I'll read it and respond to you. That's it. 58 Dream Street, baby. If you stuck around to the end, thanks for sticking around to the end. If you came and you left, then you can't hear my voice. But I'm glad you stopped by anyway. So thanks for stopping by. And until the next time, when we must go west, young man, take care of yourselves and be kind to everyone you meet.